Welcome, everybody, to another session of Werewolf Apocalypse. Today, we have a special episode for you where we are going to be doing the prologue for one of our pack members, our Red Talon Ragabash, Culls the Herd, played by Rozamaniac. Say hi to the nice people, Roz.
Hi, yoo-hoo.
All right, before we get started, I'm going to. Before we get started with the prologue proper, I'm going to start it out by asking you a few questions, Roz. So we can. This is right. So best way I can describe this is I'm going to be asking you a couple questions about your character, so that we have a good idea of who your character is and where he's going to go through this.
Okay.
All right. So at this point in your character's history, does he have any idea that werewolves exist?
You mean before his first rage?
Yes, first change.
No, of course not. He was just a cub like any other. And he was completely oblivious about the nation of Garou or kinfolk. He had absolutely no contact with true Garou before his adulthood. He was completely raised by. He was raised by his kinfolk pack. Because it's since it's for the Garou habit and culture to raise cubs amongst people, so they raise both human and wolves up to their rage age. So, in order to gain full culture about what their half nature is and the habits of the wolves, because they need both to have hominids in order to keep the human culture part of their nation and the wolf part intact, so they may unite them later on, so they gain wisdom from both.
All right. Okay, so another thing. Given that Culls the Herd is a Red Talon, that means he's lupus, which means he's wolf-born. So he's never had any contact with humans before.
No contact with humans, since Red Talons keep their kinfolk up to a primal state. They keep they're one of the most ancient tribes to the point that they never change their ways since the beginning of time. The only thing that changed was the hatred upon humanity, which grew up from since the loss of the first species upon the earth. Because elder Talons from the beginning of time had experience in traveling in the Umbra, listening to the last screams of the last member of a species, like mammoth or saber-toothed tigers, or they actually, especially to the loss. Okay, you can say that about dinosaurs, but mammals, tigers, or other kind of beasts related to rhinoceros or modern animals, which were related to the human hunting and the disrespect to nature, according to their perspective. When you grow as a tribe since the millennia with such a horrible and tremendously emotional experience, because you realize that you hear from a guy and the spirits that the last the last member of a species has died out, and you run through the Umbra deep. You make a deep travel in order to hear the last voice of it and mourn as a tribe for the loss of it. You actually gain hatred a deep spiritual and emotional and mental hatred to all humanity. It's not something most tribes think like, "Oh, okay, Talons are haters." It's not like that. It's like they actually felt deeply within their tribe throughout the millennia.
And that's not including how they've lost their own kinfolk and their own numbers. Because I mean, it's fair to say how no tribe has suffered more loss than the Red Talons.
Yeah, it's not only loss of kinfolk, but it's also loss of cousins and brothers to the face of the other beasts. Brother Moose, Brother Elk, like the Indians.
Uh-huh. I see.
Yes, it's something actually true for the Talons because they respect many ancient rituals for the respect of the prey came from the Lupus tribe, the Lupus breed.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Lupus tribe, Talons are. This is also have to say that the Talons themselves are not the only reason about this hatred of humanity. It's also their totem because a tribe is okay, the ethics of the tribe itself, but it's also the totem they choose.
Griffin, yeah. Griffin hates humans.
Yes, Griffin, it's all that is lost to mankind. And not only, generally speaking, every loss that happens to the face of Gaia, because Griffin is a creature that is surreal or unreal, if you prefer. It's not a real creature as human logic
Well, to us,
thinks.
it's mythological.
Mythological, yes, but there are some ancient depictions in Greece and other nations, ancient nations, that have, with normal animals, they also have some fantastic ones, like dragons, that they are not mythical dragons, they are more like, or flying serpents, or serpents with.
Like Quetzalcoatl down in South America.
Yes, yes, or you say in Knossos in Crete, lions with griffins. And say, oh, what is this? Which means that the mythological and the real mix. This is the griffin.
Yeah, as I understand it, Griffin's like he's like as wild as any of the spirits get. He's a totem of war, if I remember correctly, too.
Totem of war, totem of anger, totem of loss.
And his ban is that you if I remember correctly, I remember something to the effect of
You must never associate with humans.
that was it. Yes, that was it. That was on the tip of my tongue. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, okay, so we have that. As far as like the Red Talons go, like where do they stand like with all the Hamid tribes?
Yes, here I have to say that okay, Garu Talons have no option but to relate to Homid tribes, but they are not because they're wild creatures. They are not just humans. That doesn't mean, of course, that they accept their culture. They are not related to, for instance, craft-made things. Even the Talons that go to the extreme to hunt in the cities and actually might use some tools to an extreme. This is very extremely rare, but even if that happens, which is extremely rare and not the canon on the tribe, they still don't associate it with humans because, for instance, they will not make human relationships.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
They might wear clothes because they know the need of clothing. This is the fact that a Talon can actually be, that urban predator that hides in the dark. And, the strange dude with thick hair in his brows and like Wolverine.
What I've been told is that like in Hamid form, Talons look still very Neanderthal-esque because they haven't bred with humans at all.
Yes, even though it doesn't have a special effect on game terms, They do have sharper claws in the homid. The tip of their ears might be like elves, a bit.
Little bit pointed. They have more pronounced
Not,
canine
not,
teeth.
not to the point that you see. Okay, it's different. More like they are exotic. Okay, it's not like going to be like this.
Well, I get that, but more like their ears are going to be kind of pointed. Their canines are going to be a little bit more pronounced. They're going
Yes,
to
yes.
look.
They're going to be like. Have you seen some Somalian Africans that look like ape, like this?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, something like that.
They have a very more. They have a more pronounced chin or
The-
something.
Yes. Hello, I'm George. Seriously, dude.
Guys, did I ever mention how un-PC Wolf is? Because it's a very un-PC game.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we got. Okay, so I think we've got enough to work with about what Culls is like. I guess at this point. No, wait. I guess there's one more thing. At this point,
modern Talons are hateful to humanity because the damage humanity has done is beyond the animal killing and the species extinction.
yeah, on the off chance you guys in the audience don't know this, Talons, they have very, very long memories.
Yep. Ancestral memories, because werewolves have this supernatural affinity with their background, back lives.
Is this kind of like how memory works in like a? Have you ever read Dune?
Not only, no, it's a memory. It's not like memory. It's like a past lives, like ancestor knowledge and pure breeding. Pure breeding is not just how pure and awesome looking I look like. It's also ancestral because
Yeah, it's what I was getting at. Like out in Dune, like you can access the memories of your bloodlines if you have the right training and such. Like,
no, imagine this is the same way DNA works. For instance, the DNA has memories of our ancestors to our being. The pure breed is we take characteristics at least 13 generations ago, if not more, before. Imagine now that to the werewolves that goes to the extreme, because a pure breed 5 werewolf may have a lineage from before the imperium, from the beginning of time. Excluding the fact that they may not have the full lineage of it, because the cyberpunks are insane about their lineage and
I guess
and how far it goes. Red Talons are not that crazy about their lineage. They're more like how pure you look, how closer to Gaia.
Okay, so it's not like the importance of lineage that the Silverfangs place on it. It's more like.
But purebred Talon is a sign that he carries the embodiment of the Talon. What is the Talon tribe?
Yeah, because this is a thing with the Red Talons. Like their problem with the Homid tribes is that they think the Homids they're too human. They think too much. They don't have enough instinct to be proper wolves.
Yes, they think actually that they are lost to the Weaver ways. Because they're living into a cold and dead forest of the city, or jungle if you prefer, because it's not forest, more like jungle, another way of jungle.
A concrete jungle, if you will.
Concrete jungle, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, so it's not like say Dune or Assassin's Creed where you can access memories and maybe possibly even skills your ancestors might have had.
Yeah. Though to the Talons, the ancestral skills are always related to hunting, fighting.
So it's more like things that just come naturally to them because it's instinct.
Yes. There might be an ancestor that actually approached the homids, because the Talons did not grow angry to humanity, just like sudden. They actually experienced it.
Mhm.
For instance, there were Talon ancestors before the tribe was created, because at the beginning of time the Garou all together were actually one tribe
Mhm.
and one species. They didn't have the racial differences.
Yeah, it started. I think if I remember correctly, Gaia had like 16 Gauru that were the the first pack, and they were basically the progenitors of all the tribes.
They say though that the Talons were the first children of the father wolf, of the first wolf, because we believe to our totems apart from grief are the animal fathers, and these animal fathers actually they were like the fathers of all species.
Mhm.
This is why also the extinction of a species is so important. Talons, because and the animal father is lost, because it's the last part of Gaia that is completely lost.
Yeah, and even if you disagree with what the Red Talons stand for and believe, they do serve an important role in the Gauru Nation. They're kind of there to remind the rest of the Gauru what they are.
Yep. The only way for an animal father to survive is to be adopted by a more powerful totem, like lion happens to the griffin. Lion now of the white howlers now is on the griffin.
Yeah, he's part of Griffin's brood now.
Yes. Imagine now that the lion is actually a species. It is not related to a species extinction. Imagine now that what happened to a species that had completely vanished from the face of the earth. What pain gave to the tribe and the Gaia as well.
Yeah.
Because every creature was born from the dream of Gaia, and the love and the motherly love. Gaia is not only love, but when it is expressed as love, is an extreme emotion that can take you to an ecstasy.
Yeah.
This is why the love of the Garou have as an entire species to Gaia, because they can realize this love and anger and extreme emotions of the earth.
That makes sense because like a lot of like New Age pagan circles, they sort of paint like Gaia as this sort of Earth Mother, as opposed to like I don't know how she is depicted in like classical Greek mythology. Like she was, all I know is that Gaia is a Titan.
Gaia was not actually a titan, but was mother of titans. Gaia was a primordial, you can say, goddess. It was a
Yeah, she
primordial
and
entity like the sky.
if I remember correctly, yeah, it was her and Uranus, in a sort of coupling that sort of created the
Created
Earth.
the entire, the mix of the heaven and the earth,
Yeah.
in the metaphysical meaning that gave birth to everything that exists upon the earth.
But yeah, I mean, like the way the guy's depicted in Werewolf, it's kind of similar to how a lot of New Age pagan religions do it. It's like she has kind of this Earth Mother sort of persona, but it's a little bit more abstract, I think.
Imagine that the seed of the heaven, the earth, or the sky is the rain, and the womb is the earth that grows everything that is upon it. This is only for the fauna so far, but imagine that from the sky came something else that united to with the earth and actually made it.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Um, so I'm sorry, actually. Uh, Life happens.
Yeah.
So, so we have. Imagine now, on a metaphysical way, something else came from the heaven. Something Gaia herself did it as a creative power. Because for creating these three children, her three children are not actually power of creation, but power of maintenance. in the world.
Wild, Weaver, and Worm.
Yep. Triple W. So the one is amorphous creation.
That's the wild. Worm is more.
The wild, yes, it's like a chaos with a meaning. You know,
Yeah,
in the ancient
it's
mythology,
creation for the sake of creation.
yes, the creation of the possibility of creation. Everything was growing without check. Any kind of form, any kind you can imagine, you can't imagine. Even we in the real life have this era of gorgon creatures that they have various shapes, like huge birds with fangs on their beaks, or
I don't know why, but I'm kind of imagining the wild like it's some sort of like how do I put it? Supernatural Jackson Pollock. Like it's just throwing everything at the wall just to see what it gets.
yeah, oh, this is good. Let's see how it fits there, there, and there, and there.
Yeah.
And here comes the weaver. Says, "Look, dude, you can't just pop things around. These things must have a form and a reason, because or else they will create chaos to our mother
Yeah.
and will damage her."
Yeah, Weaver is order, and purpose.
Yes, order and purpose, but without stop as well. The wild was creating and creating and creating, and the weaver was forming and forming and forming. Said the worm, I will take some children of the weaver that the wild pops out, and I will make them mine. I will put my embodiment inside them, and they will actually decide which creatures have to exist, which don't have to exist, and in what numbers. You can say that the worm was the wolf of the triad.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Red Talon's bug gets depicted as the wild goes into the plants, the Weaver goes into the rocks, and the worm goes into the winds. And
Yeah, it actually represents that the world doesn't really have a form. They depict it as a turtle, but which has the word, the old pagan.
that might possibly be a reference to Discworld if anyone doesn't know that.
That the more homid-related tribes have that depiction. The Talons actually have an amorphic depiction of the wild wild, or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the way the Red Talons see the world. Like they don't the thing with Red Talons is they don't reason the same way that humans do. Like, I mean, with the homid tribes, they're always based in like a human culture, so there's a frame of reference to work around. Like the Fianna, they're Celtic. The Geta Fenris, they're Nordic. The Glasswalkers, they're urban. You have something to work with the Red Talons because they're all wolf-born and lupus. This means that they're not thinking the same way humans do.
No, but that doesn't mean they are just beasts.
Yeah.
They are not just wolves.
In fact, like it's kind of fair to say that playing a Red Talon's like can be the most challenging for especially new players because you basically have to put yourself in a different mindset.
Yes, most people don't like Red Talons because they have the idea of the criminal, the monster criminal that it's so difficult to play. Yes, it's actually a challenge to play Red Talon because you must come out completely from the human standards. Because most role-playing games are related to anthropomorphic creatures, entities. Even if you play an orc or a goblin, or even in the World of Darkness, when you play a Fey, a changeling, or a vampire or a mage, they are actually men turned to something else.
You still get a frame of reference to work with, basically.
Yes, but the Talon, the werewolf, apart from giving you the ability to play a wolf-born creature that has a completely different mind from a human-born creature, even though it wears the skin. It's more like a horror movie theme. The beast with bloodthirsty instincts, because werewolves, even a homid, when he's in a lupus form and smells blood, he might actually try to bite a kinfolk just because of instinct.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you're a homid werewolf, a human-born You gotta always keep this in mind. You're still
Yes,
part beast, and that beast is ruled by rage.
yes. And the thing is that the Talons go to an extreme. They deny their human minds, their human sides, actually, not minds, because they're Garou, they're not human.
They
To an
reject
extreme.
everything human.
But that doesn't mean that they are not that as well.
Yeah, and
They are part human, but they deny that.
it's kind of like how it's kind of basically the opposite problem the Glasswalkers have. Like some tribes think the Glasswalkers are too human.
Yes, the problem, though, the thing that with the glassworkers is that they don't deny the wolf forms. They are just very absorbed by the human sides. It doesn't mean, of course, that they will not use the wolf forms when it fits them, when it suits them, for when they go into a stealth mission, because a wolf form is extremely good for stealth.
Oh yeah, it is. But yeah, it's
Function.
also fair to say that the Glasswalkers and Red Towns, they're basically ideological opposites.
Ideologically, yes, they are more opposites than any tribe can be.
And in
Even
fact, in
when
fact, in most
compared
cases,
to the Shadow Lords or the Silver Fangs,
yeah,
we are actually
in
also
fact,
opposite.
it's probably fair to say that in most cases, if you put a Glasswalker and a Red Town in the same room together, one of them is going to be walking out alive, and there's going to be blood, because it's not like oil and water; it's more like oil and fire.
Yes, you know something. A Talon will be offended by a worker that will boast upon his technological advancement. Talon will always notice, even without actually trying to provoke him, that this is something unwise to do to the least.
Mhm.
You know, because this is also an ethic to the Garou as a whole, as a culture, that too much weaver use, it's a loss of a loss of wisdom.
Not just that's a loss of wild too, and that's what the Garu's nation's whole mission is. It's to
Yes,
restore the influence of the wild.
yes, because it's also a loss of renown when a wolf-born Garou is using too much homemade tools.
All right. Okay, just I guess one more question before we start Culls' prologue proper. At this point in his life, like we're gonna start this like before his first change.
Yes.
Okay, like he's never had any contact with other werewolves. He doesn't know they exist. He's more or less stayed away from other humans. Right now, he's just still thinking. He's still pretty much wolf, and this is all he knows.
A puppy.
Well, he's got to be maybe at least like what 1 or 2. Let me, if I'm getting this right, he's got to be like what 1 or 2 years old, but at this point, I mean that seems like the right age
He's,
for.
he's it depends on how back you want me to put myself. I am around
I'll leave
just.
I can leave that up to you. I mean, like from what I understand, like first change, like it can occur like unless you're a metis, it's this whole your first change won't happen until like maybe you hit until like after you hit adolescence. In most cases, like that's what I took it to understand.
Background. I had somewhere the name of my mentor.
Yeah.
And oh no,
Oops.
I'm just taking my.
I have his character sheet on me right here. Let me pull it up. Here we are.
Have you make a note about some things I told you?
So what?
Have you noticed any, sometimes some things I told you about my background?
I think I've still got that. I got that conversation in the Discord somewhere. I'd have to go back a while though, but yeah, we can. Let me see where. That's gotta be back from yesterday. Shit. Here we go. Okay, this is okay. I think I'm starting to. This is gonna take a while to load, but we'll just we're not. It'll be a while before we get to his Gower mentor. So I think we can at least start from here. This is
yes, I remember him. He is Stabs the Hooves, my mentor.
Gotcha. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Red Talon Philodox.
Good auspice to learn the ways from. All right.
Okay, yes. So I was a Talon, but I was a cub. But imagine that as all Talon, all wolves in the wilds have a more physical approach, hunting, fighting, challenging physically each other, both not only physically but socially as well, with expressions, growlings, dominating challenges among and the other cubs. We were still the omega of actually the cubs of the pack while growing up.
So what is Culls? I mean, at this point in his life, is he like the runt of the litter?
Well, actually, I was quite dominant along with the other cubs because my physical prowess was greater than them. I was way above the average of a normal wolf in my movement and my strength. It was so unfair, the competition to the other cubs, and the other wolves took notice about that. That made older wolves coming and putting me to my place because that was that anxiety that I might challenge them too early.
Yeah, no, yeah. Last thing a wolf pack needs is some pup getting in his head that he can run the pack.
That even made me to actually try to take food before my time comes. I was not waiting for my mom to come and give me.
So he's very assertive. I
was actually going. I said, "Why not? Let's go with grown-ups."
So at this point, he thinks you know what? I'm the strongest of my litter. Yep. I can do what I want.
Yep. I can compete with grown-ups, and of course they put me in my place back then. But when they didn't look, I was with the tail upon between my legs, and when I was approaching, they were growling. I was making a fast move.
This is good. This is good because his auspice is Ragabash. This shows that he knows how to be sneaky.
I was born as a Ragabash. This is the thing with a werewolf. You were born like that, and that is a part of your character from birth to and before the first rage.
Yeah, so so even before your first change, your character is gonna have traits that sort of indicate what he's gonna be like after his first change.
Yeah.
So if he's a Ragabash, he's very if he's a Ragabash, he's going to be very sneaky. He's going to be very inquisitive. He's going to know how to. He's probably going to be a bit sharper than the others. If he's
maybe sometimes more annoying.
Yeah. If he's an Aron, he's going to be very impulsive, very hot-headed.
Yeah.
Hot-headed, going to want to start fights.
And protective.
Yeah.
Arons are protective as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that made me also go and stalk behind the pack when they were going to hunt. Also, the way I was trying to steal food from the older ones was a way to hone my skills because all the play cubs do in the wilds are actually how they hone the skills before adulthood.
All right. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll start this out then. I guess.
my role on the pack also they took me that also made me to go to the huntings. Actually, the pack accepted me as an Omega
Mhm.
to the huntings, and this was my role from then. From back then, I was actually spotting the right moment to hit. Barking, it was not actually barking because wolves don't use barks on the hunt. They're actually making moves. They have all. They know the spots of the pack,
Mhm.
and they react to
They have
to.
their own little signals.
Yep.
Okay, so like in his wolf pack, his role was basically like the scout.
Yes, not only a scout, a signaler of when to hit. While I was not the one who actually made the first move, that was my role back then. Later on, that changed.
All
While I
right.
was becoming the strongest of my leader, because wolves mostly have about a strength of 3. My was 4. I was almost like a cougar,
Wow.
strong. Yeah, and my dexterity was better than a cat's. I had a legendary dexterity for wolf standards.
All right.
A wolf might had a 3 to 4. I had 6.
Okay then.
It was beyond the mortal limits.
All right. Okay. All right. So we'll start it now, and I get this is something I'm gonna steal from another werewolf YouTuber called Hammered Shitsteak. I think who has a. If you guys don't know his channel, you should check it out. He made some pretty good werewolf videos. Gonna start this out by with a little dream. Culls the Herd is in a dark forest. There's almost you can't see any light. It's like it's pitch black. Look up at the sky. There's no moon out there. Can't see a thing. He can't navigate it except by using his other senses. It says he has to listen and smell around.
Do I know where I am?
Like I
I
said,
don't.
it's pitch dark. You don't everything about out this forest. It doesn't look familiar to you at all, or eh, you're just
Am I
completely lost, and you're trying
able
to.
to smell the trees and the ground,
Yeah, yeah. Like
or
I,
my other senses are deaf to me?
yeah. No, just you can't get through this by using your sight. It's just too dark.
Uh,
You've only got
I'm
your other
putting
senses to work with.
my snout to the ground, and am I'm puffing up the ground in order to raise smells, so I may smell what's going around. The texture of the ground, if it is a rocky place, if it has hard soil or dust.
Mhm.
If I can smell the green that might be around.
You catch one scent on the wind though. It feels it's unfamiliar to you, but at the same time it does feel kind of familiar to you. It's kind of in this weird spot where you don't know why, but you're sort of compelled to follow it.
I feel a beckoning to my backside of my head that tells me to go there, like gravity
Mhm.
pulls me, or a magnet that pulls me there.
Exactly.
So I lower my head, my ears cocking around, moving in various size to cut sounds, and my tail ready for balance in order if something pops out in the dark, making us moving as silently as I can.
Mhm. As you continue to follow the smell, you start to pick up another scent, something that smells like burning wood.
I smell the sulfurous and warm smell of choking smoke. That actually annoys me, and I feel like it is unnatural. And trying to realize where the wind brings that from, where the wind brings that smell.
As you keep going further and further through this forest, you come across a light. It's from a bonfire.
It's a small, like someone lit it there, and with crossed woods and
It's
in the center, like place.
yeah, that's more like it's not like a very big fire. It's a pretty small one, like enough to keep one person warm or two.
I'm staying hidden. I'm lowering my posture, looking around, sniffing the air for something that might be close or someone.
As you peer through the darkness, you notice that around the fire there's dead bodies. You don't They're humans. Culls doesn't know what they are at this point, but that's what you're seeing.
Okay, I smell death. Are they freshly killed, or they have
They're
signs?
freshly killed.
I am tempted to approach and make a lick on what these creatures are, in order to take a taste of it.
As you as you get closer and closer to the fire, something peers right out of the flames, and it's Griffin.
I see a beast, wild and tormenting, screeching at me with this roar, a roar that looks like something I have never heard before. And I go backwards with my tail between my legs and my ears down, with my snout parallel to the ground and slightly looking at it, but my eyes on the beast, trying to show some care, so I may not be attacked at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and as you can see on Griffin's claws, they're covered in blood, and it doesn't take long for you to realize that Griffin did this. Griffin killed these creatures.
I wonder, what is this? What I'm wondering. What is this? The meaning of this? What I have? My dreams so far were about hunting with my cubs, playing with my litter, hunting, the taste of a good taste of moose, or another hunt, prey. So how that it always tastes the best, even though in reality it doesn't have the same taste. I always dream about the best taste I have ever tasted, and a better ways to hunt up my prey, like a game, or I missed it. The next time I know what to do, and waking up and moving my jaws and with saliva running from my mouth. But
That's very Pavlovian.
what is this?
Yeah.
I'm a bit freaked out. I don't know how to react. This is not something I have seen, and I feel inside me that this is not from this world. I don't know how to explain it, but this is another worldly thing.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And Griffin roars again. He spreads his wings out, and the fire air grows even larger, to the point where it consumes even you. And at this point, this is where the dream ends.
I close my eyes. I'm trying to avoid the engulfment of the flame. I try to turn to the other side, but the flame covers me. and I wake up,
No.
looking around to my pack. Is anyone alerted to my reaction on what I'm doing?
Your pack's alpha. X alpha. I'm trying to remember. Wolves don't bark.
They may not have names. They're wolves.
No. I mean, like I'm trying to remember. Like I'm trying to remember how, if wolves don't howl, I mean, like I don't think they bark. I'm trying to remember what it is.
No, they bark. They bark as well.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the
Okay.
barks are sharper. They're like,
Oh, okay, sure, okay. Actually, yeah, it does make sense now. There. Okay, your pack alpha barks for you to come. You've still been sleeping in the den, and you slept a little later than the rest of the pack. Heck, and they've been waiting for you to wake up.
I believe I cannot sleep anymore. I am going to a high peak, looking to the forest. If we have a rock or something, or just roaming around the woods, anxious, thinking what just happened. And this is the first time I actively do that, because so far my life was more instinctual, more not mental to the way of thinking about things.
Yeah. So, I guess this is a good. I guess this is a good time to ask. Considering you've just had this dream, and you don't know how to make sense of it, are you going to try discussing it with maybe one of the older wolves in the pack, or are you just going to try and?
There's no way I can do something like that, because since I'm not Garwood, I don't speak the high tongue. It's highly difficult to explain this to wolves.
Okay,
The only thing I can say is go to my mother if she's still awake, and say, lion, not lion, lion with eagle head. That will not make sense to a wolf.
So okay, so you can't so you've sort of got a little anxiety about this dream because you can't really talk about it with your pack.
Even like that, I'm just saying in a way that people can realize that for me the eagle is not an eagle. I don't have a name to name an eagle. I don't have a name to name an
It's some kind of let me put it this way, would it be if the pack is like, say, in Colorado or Washington, like you've probably seen cougars or mountain lions before.
Yes, a claw user, a claw predator, with a big head.
With a bird. Oh, wait, actually, you wouldn't know what a bird is. You just know.
Yes, with a spear head. Okay. I might say I'm using the word spear to show something that is sharp and long, and that pierces. But the words a wolf is using have nothing to do with human language. They are words that cannot be pronounced through a human mouth.
Yeah, because the way wolves communicate is if they don't communicate through barks or howls, they'll use like body language, scent, and other things.
For instance, in order to say that I am actually doing this moves like how a move a cougar does when attacks, and then I touch her nose and say, show how make these peckings of the falcon.
It's an eagle.
While eating, or an eagle, making that.
Well, yeah, I think it would make sense because I don't really think we got falcons in North America. I know, but we got eagles.
Yes, eagle heads. Yeah. Yes, with the head of an eagle and the wings. It's a griffin. It's not a falcon.
Okay, so I guess I guess the best way to put it is that the rest
America is a good place for the Talons, America wilds, because eagles allow excuse the existence of the griffin there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Eagles, lions, and all similar creatures.
Okay. You've tried mimicking what you saw in your dream, and I guess your mother just looks at you confused, like.
I roll appearance plus expression. I don't think I have. No, I don't have expression.
Let me take a look.
I can try.
Yeah, you got 0 in expression.
I have 2 dice on my appearance,
All right.
and I'm at +1 difficulty because I don't have expression.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
And
means if it is difficulty 8, now it becomes 9.
all right. Yeah, that's a tall order.
I have a 10 and a 4. I don't know how to show you.
Did you basically you didn't no successes?
1 success.
Okay, so you only had 1 success out of 2, so you kind of
With 3 successes, I make her understand. With 1 success, I just tell her that I saw something strange. She cannot fully understand what I am saying, but I just tell her what I.
Well, your mother doesn't know what's troubling you, but she can see that something is troubling you, so she kind of nuzzles you to get you to relax.
That I have seen an unknown beast.
Yeah, but like I said, she doesn't know what's bothering you, but she can tell something is bothering you, so she just tries to nuzzle you to get you to relax.
Yes, I always like the caressing of my mother. I fall to the ground, belly up, showing her throat, rubbing my head to her body, kicking her with my legs, tickling her neck, and putting my snout between her arms and legs, and make her try to give her good vibes in order to play with me.
So yeah. So you feel better?
Sometimes I grab her leg with my mouth and pull her up. Sometimes until I become annoying.
Okay, so you're feeling better then?
Yes, I start feeling way better.
Yeah. All right. Pack Alpha barks. It's time to hunt.
Bugs?
Yeah, it's time to hunt.
Time to hunt already.
Yeah.
Pop my head up, rising to all fours, running towards my alpha.
Yeah. Okay. Alpha directs you to go. Alpha directs you.
Question. I am close to my second year of second cycle of my age.
Yeah. That's
of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, which means that I have fully developed to my stature, physical stature.
You
I am
basically at your physical peak as far as wolves go.
Yes, I have. I don't think I have my max talent capacity. Like I may have a brawl of 3 or 4. My primal alerts at 3 at least. I've had my skills on stealth and survival. Maybe not survival too much because I'm still dependent on my pack.
Okay.
Maybe
a better way of putting this is like, would you say at this point, is Culls like an adolescent, lesson in wolf terms, or like maybe say closer to like say his early 20s, like a young adult wolf?
More like teen wolf, closing up to my 18th years.
So he's okay. So he's basically he's a teenager as far as wolves go.
Yes, teenager closing up to his adulthood.
All right.
Between 16 and 18.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so all right. Okay, now as we established, like in his wolf pack, Culls' role was sort of the scout.
Yep.
So that would mean like he'd be the one who went ahead of the pack, had to scout out prey.
Yes.
All right, so Pack Owl directs you to head out ahead of the pack.
Wait a minute.
We'll be right back.
Sorry. So yes, I am still the scout. I'm not maybe not an Omega, but I have a decent part in this in the socials of the pack.
All right. Okay, so Culls moves ahead of the pack. Comes to a clearing in the forest.
Yes.
There's a small herd of deer out there.
Yummy.
No.
What are they eating?
It's a clearing, so they're chewing on grass.
Oh, it might be sweet. Might be good food. Do I find any passing from the part of the land I am marching? Is there any passing of them? So before I'm going to hunt, okay? I see them on the clearing. Do I find any passing from the any on the ground, any markings that they passed
yeah.
from there?
Okay, yeah, you might see a couple of hoof prints that some of the deer might have left behind.
I'm smelling in order to see if there was a movement that of an animal that was weakened or sick, or
Yeah, this is a big thing, and a lot of people don't know because like real wolf packs, they tend to go for like the older or the weaker members of the herd.
Yeah.
They're easier prey.
If I note something on the ground, I am searching on the pack, which is this on the herd, which is this weakened animal that is the easiest prey to isolate.
Okay, you pick up one of them. It's you can tell this is an older deer. Like this is one where he's basically on the downward slope of his life. He's not as fast as he used to be.
Okay, I compare its movement to the younger ones. Which is easiest to get, the older one or some younger ones that might also be protected by the older their parents?
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about the younger ones, if you're talking like the fawns and stuff, like the fawns are definitely going to be sticking around with their parents, so those ones are not going to be easy to get at because you'll have to go through their parents. Whereas this older one's going to be a lot easier to isolate.
Can I roll a perception plus primal urge?
Do it.
I will not roll for primal urge because I'm still very young and I have not trained with the talons.
All right, so then if you're just rolling perception, then you're just rolling 3.
Oh no, perception plus 3 primal urge. Or 2. You tell me.
Okay.
How good I am at my.
Okay. Would 1 or 2 be more appropriate for just a normal wolf? Like if we're talking primal urge, what's like a character sheet has you have 4. Would it make more sense if at this point he's maybe got like 1 or 2 dots in primal urge?
Okay, so I roll 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Well, and I think we can assume this isn't the first time you've gone hunting, so you've done this enough times before. You know how it works. So a 5.
I have one die to reroll. Okay. 3 successes.
All right. Okay, so yeah, you can you pick out the older deer.
Okay. So I will have to make an action to. I'm showing them which is our target. So I'm trying to make a manipulation plus primal urge in order to isolate this deer and
Okay, that's going to be a 4 for him. Then that's going to, and since you're speaking with your pack, we'll give you like a difficulty of 2.
okay. There's no need to roll then because I already have 2 plus. Wait a minute. 2 plus 3, 5 dice. I think it's not a success.
All right then.
The difficulty of 2. There is no need to roll. Okay, we isolate the beast.
All right. Pack Alpha then signals, and Wolf gives the order to go for the kill.
Okay. I'm pretending that I am hunting I'm targeting the little ones in order to start gather some worry parents around them.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to roll something about that.
And I think we can just let the scene play out. Like this is just to get the herd to scatter, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, your ambush it startles the deer. You're all the adults they gather around to protect the young ones. While the old one gets isolated.
Okay, I have done my part. I'm expecting to see what my other mates are doing. The rest of the pack.
And,
In order to react to their roles on this hunting. But I have an idea for this hunt that I should probably take an advantage.
Okay, I'm listening.
Level up to the hierarchy.
Okay. What's your idea?
My idea first is to see how well my packmates will do and if they will be able to isolate the older one.
Well, getting the old one isolated from his herd isn't going to be easy because if he's lived this long, he's probably lived through a couple wolf hunts. So he knows that it's better for him to stick with the herd. So he's kind of mingled himself among some of the younger, stronger deer.
I'm pointing to my pack to that is time to make the herd move in order to break its coherency.
Break it up.
Yeah. And I'm still pretending that I target for the little ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to confusing them.
I am trying to use my appearance plus intimidation.
You've got 2 in intimidation.
Yes, I have 2 intimidation. I have 2 in appearance, and I have +1 from my physically impressive merit.
All right.
They can 1 die to the intimidation roll. So I have 5 rolls, 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Give you a difficulty of 3.
Four successes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The deer are continuing to scatter. The little ones stay closer to their parents, and because the young ones are young, they're able to get away quicker while the old one is struggling to keep up.
Okay, when the time comes, I change target.
Mhm.
When I think that it's the right moment, I change target and I try to make the first bite in order to weaken further the
Okay,
before
yeah,
my
if you're gonna, oh yes,
alpha.
wolves do not appreciate it taking initiative. That to them, they take that as a challenge.
Yep, I can roll initiative. You want me to roll?
Okay, go for it. You gonna go for targeting like the deer's leg or something?
Yes.
All right then. Okay.
I'm actually trying to hit the limping leg in order to even hurt it even more.
All right. Okay,
Uh,
go. Okay, roll then.
Initiative. 3 plus 6 plus 3. Yep. 12.
Hmm. Okay, and we'll make it a difficulty of 3.
I'm hitting before my alpha.
The old one, you've got the old one. He's limping. He's not gonna get away. You've got him.
Do you want me to roll dice to see what damage I have done?
Go for it.
Uh, I have a brawl of 2. Uh, Dexterity 4.
Actually, would this be more like? Would this be more of a? Wouldn't this be more of a strength roll than a dexterity roll?
I need to hit it first.
Okay, I see.
It's accuracy first.
Okay, I see.
I hit from behind or from sideways.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I hit from behind or from.
Go from the side.
I'll go for the side. I take, I think, one more die. Or you use minus difficulty.
I guess. Well, like I said, this is well. You calls his duck. He's hunted before. He knows how it works, and this is an old deer, so it's not that hard.
Okay. So I'm rolling. Difficulty.
3.
Do I have my merit natural weapons?
Let me see. Natural. Yeah.
Or I
Yeah. You do. You've got like a 3 in natural weapons.
Yeah, I have, yes. It lowers by 1 my difficulty.
Yeah. Okay. So then it's more. So then a 3 becomes a 2. Then.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, if I had my specialty, I would have like wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 successes.
That's like a celestial. That's a celestial success.
If I had my specialty, she said, "Ah, no, I have precise.
Okay. So.
I have precise on my specialty. Yay!"
So chomp on the old one's leg. You've got him.
Okay, do I roll for damage?
Go. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, I have 9 successes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 1 from my bite. Plus 4 for my strength. And I gain plus what from targeting the leg?
Let's see.
1. I think it's 1.
Yeah.
Plus 1 die.
Yeah.
15 dice. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. I may look like a but I'm a dragon.
Okay, so yeah, that he can't use that leg anymore. Fair to say. That
Went
old
for a hamstring, but I cut off all the.
nah. Fair to say, like you had probably severed his Achilles tendon. Wait, did deers have that?
What?
Do deers have Achilles tendons? We can
Maybe.
go with that for lack of a better term.
Okay. I rip apart its tendon and the rest of the bone that goes up to its thigh.
Yeah, not that bad, but like he basically can't. I wouldn't say that bad, but he cannot. It's fair to say he cannot use that leg now.
Not just the leg, he actually dies from that.
Ooh.
Pop, 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 like from the shock.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, I thought like severing a tendon just would just cripple you though.
The thing is that I hit the tendon, but I actually did so much damage that it had impact on the rest of the body. It
Ooh.
was so that powerful.
Okay, so you got the
Because
first.
a 15 damage roll is like a truck falling on her, which means that imagine that I beat the leg, I twisted, and the animal made
This is actually a pretty
a
good
roll
way
and
to.
broke its spine.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good way to hint at maybe his Garu strength is starting to break through.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I watch how my pack reacts to that.
The alpha is pissed.
I growled my alpha, showing him that I'm superior than him. I have no more my tail on between my legs, and I shake my tail around from nervously and gazing upon him, my ears back, like that,
Yeah, well the
protecting my prey to
yeah,
show him
well,
that I'm alpha now, and I challenge him.
okay then the alpha is gonna put you in your place then. Finish. Okay, so good way to should probably like what roll strength and
If you
brawl
want
for
to
this.
fight with the alpha, we can roll initiative and deal with it in combat
Yeah,
until the one.
yeah. I can. I'm thinking I'll probably roll.
Or I can try to make a roll right now that while I'm growling to put him on his side. And since they are kinfolk and I have pure breed, I may add my pure breed as well.
Okay then. Okay, you can add that, but yeah.
And resolve it without violence and just accept me that I can actually kill him if I try.
I don't know. I think it makes more sense that if there's a little bit of a fight in there.
I can try to resolve this without fight with an intimidation check.
Yeah.
I can make an appearance plus intimidation plus whatever I have. And if you want to give me dice for my achievement, what I have done right now.
I think it makes more. I think it makes more sense if the alpha answers the challenge because like you've broken rank. He needs to make sure that he stays in charge.
Okay. Can I still make my intimidation check in order to gain a benefit to psychologically affect him so he may be a bit more nervous and make
That's
mistakes in the fight?
maybe like I said. I mean, like you ripping off that deer's leg. That's basically showing that your Garu nature is starting to break through this. So maybe you're intimidated. So maybe I mean, it makes sense. If a Garu growls at wolves, they're gonna know to cower before it. Like that makes sense, right?
Yeah, do you want me to roll?
Go for it.
Appearance 2, intimidation 2, plus 1 from my die, from my physical merit, and do I want add pure breed because he's a kinfolk wolf?
Sure, go ahead. You can add your pure breed.
Anything else from my achievement that I have just done now? I looked more than impressive.
Yeah. Would that add a dot or two? Would that add like a dot in appearance or something?
You I may gain a bonus because of my extreme physical act.
Okay,
Knocking down an
okay.
animal.
We'll add like a temporary +1 in appearance for this.
Okay. Difficulty
5.
on the alpha.
Well, not just the alpha, like the entire pack.
Okay.
Like this is like you're trying to say like now I'm gonna be the alpha, so you gotta make sure the whole pack knows it.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sevens, 1 6, 1 8, 3 and 4. I think 3 and 4 are nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, that was pretty successful. Like the rest of the pack. Guess the rest of the pack is starting to cower then.
Okay, so I eat first. Yes, I will eat the guts at last.
You get. Okay. You managed to get. Okay, I guess you managed to get away with this for now, but the old alpha, he's still not going to take this line down. He has to make sure he puts you in your place because he needs to make sure his authority stays unchallenged.
Okay, because I'm a wolf and I know how that works, I eat now.
Yeah.
And while eating, I am actually bullying the alpha. And if I see that he does not go to his new state of
No rank.
or rank, yes, I might hurt him, actually.
Okay.
You know, with those documentaries that a wolf approaches to take something and then like that.
Yeah. I think I've seen. Yeah, I think I've seen it.
But because I have recently achieved my alpha status, I might actually grab him from the neck and pull him down until he shows signs of respect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So
That's the dream of every cub.
okay.
I'm living the American wolf dream.
That's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, still do it. Okay, still like I said, the old alpha, he's still not gonna like after you finished eating the old alpha, like he approaches you, he's gonna try to challenge you for dominance like one last time, and at this point it's gonna be either you or him. And I mean like this is like one of you is gonna get killed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he makes the growl for a challenge.
Yes.
I'll start by. Would it be fair to say that he makes the first move or you?
We roll initiative.
Okay, I'll roll.
Because I am alerted at his betrayal.
Yeah. Okay, so.
If he loses and he doesn't die, it means that he will leave the pack.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Man, it's difficult to keep kinfolk wolves.
Yeah, to roll. Okay, you're gonna have to jog my memory. What do you roll for initiative again?
You roll 1 die and you add dexterity plus wits.
You said strength and wits?
No, dexterity plus wits plus the number of the die you.
Okay, we got. Okay, so this is an old and experienced wolf. I'll give him like a 4 in dexterity, 4 in wits, and that's 1 plus, and that's 1 for what? 1 die, an extra die for what again?
You roll 1 die, and the number you bring, you add it to dexterity and wits.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna roll my single die. I got a 10.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Okay, I have total of 3, 6, and 6, 12.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's good. Okay, so like he's got. Okay, mine has like he's got a.
Time.
Yeah, he's got 9. He's so.
And plus 8, he's 18.
All right. So okay, yeah. So I got to roll for 18 die then.
No, you don't roll 18. If you bring 1, 10, you add dexterity plus wits, which means he has an 18 initiative.
Okay then. So he's got a higher initiative then.
Yes,
So
he has higher initiative. So I declare first what I am doing. I say first what I am doing, my action, and then he makes his action first. He reacts first.
All right, then I get it. Okay,
This
so
is how the combat works. The ones that bring the lower initiative say first what they are doing, and those with higher initiative listen
okay.
what the others are trying to do, and they act first.
All right then. Okay, so what is Culls gonna announce?
Since he gained the advantage of me, I am actually. I will try to evade his first action, and then I will pretend that I go for his leg.
All right then.
But I want I make this action that I try to hit his leg, but I don't, and then I have a better chance to hit another part the next round.
Okay then. Alrighty.
So I'm breaking the dice pool because I don't have a rage yet. What system you are going to use on this?
I'll roll for it. Roll for the alpha's strength and brawl.
And I will roll my dexterity plus athletics to evade.
All right. Now, like I said, he's an old wolf, so I'm giving him a full 5 in strength, and
5 is to hit. Man, this is a lion.
okay, my bad. Okay, if he's an old wolf, would it be more? I mean, not like old, like he's more like when I say he's an old, maybe
he
older.
might have a strength of 4.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, that's what I was getting at. More like he's like this is a wolf that is at his peak. Like he's old. He's got age and experience. Like this is the strongest he'll ever be.
Yes, I have a question. What system you are going to use for the broken dice pool for multiple actions?
We can. I think we can just take. Can we just take turns rolling die there?
Look, I'm trying to evade his first action, which means that I'm rolling a dexterity plus athletics, and for my next action, I'm going to use.
I guess what makes sense, like you and I both roll for our actions.
Manipulation plus brawl.
Yeah, I guess the system that would work best is we both roll our actions, and whichever one comes out highest, that's the one that wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Ow.
Okay, I will try to evade the first action, but I have dexterity 6 and athletics. Let's say I have a 3 athletics, which is 6 plus 3, 9. 9. And I have a manipulation 2. Brawl, let's say I have 2, 4.
Okay, so I'll.
But I have also pure breed, so I might roll that as well. I don't know.
A good idea.
So I have 4 dice plus 3, 7. I take my lower dice pool. And I break it, which means that here it has to do with what system you use on. Okay, one system is that I remove 2 dice and I roll 5 dice, and then I roll 4, or I just take these dice and split them as I want, as I see fit. I can roll 5 dice to dodge and 2 dice to check for weak spot, to actually use my maneuver as I depends on how you want it to use.
Okay, what's a system you would tend to use?
In the book, it uses mostly the remove 2 dice for the 2 actions. I roll 5 dice and then I roll 4 more.
Okay, so would I more or less do the same?
Okay. I will roll. Okay, you attack me first,
Yep. Okay.
and I try to dodge it
Mm-hmm.
to evade.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna roll him for his 4 in strength, 3 in brawl. I'm gonna set the difficulty at 6.
5 is the bite in wolf.
5. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna set the difficulty at 5. And I've got a let's see what I have. Is that a 6 or a 9? I can't tell.
Whatever it is, it's a success.
Yeah, I've got a 6, I got a 1, another 1, another 1, a 10, a 4. I've only got 2 successes.
Okay. I roll for my dodge. Difficulty?
5.
3 successes.
Your
Okay.
dodge beats out my bite.
Okay, and then I'm pretending I'm going to bite your leg,
Okay.
and I will roll 4 dice. Difficulty?
Okay, you've got the another 5.
I will re-roll this. 1 success.
Mm-hmm. 1 success. Okay, so you've only got 1 success, so didn't really do a lot of. So did it work then?
It works, yes. Marginally, but it works.
Okay, so you can. But is it fair to say like he sees through it?
No, he cannot see through it because this is my maneuver on the for my action.
Okay then. Okay, so if you got no
The
success,
next time I
so if you had gotten no successes, then he would have seen right through it.
Yep. With no successes, I have failed.
Okay, so you got at least 1 success, so it kind of worked.
Yep.
Just barely.
With 3 or more successes, it might have a better effect.
Okay, so it works, but just barely.
Yes. I might have. Look, when this maneuver succeeds, he may not evade my next action.
All right. Okay, so.
Or I may have a better difficulty to target another part of his body.
Mm-hmm.
This is up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it worked. Like your trick, it worked, but barely. So he sort of takes it. He takes the bait.
Okay. We will roll for initiative again.
All right
Because
then.
it's duel.
Okay, so dexterity plus wits,
Yes.
and okay, that's about 8 I have, and I roll another one.
Yeah. You look so kinky.
6.
6, okay.
So now he's got like a 14 in initiative.
2. 3, 3, 2. These were my initiative on the session. It is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 6, 11.
So the alpha still got a higher initiative then.
Yes.
All right then. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I am going to do the same thing, like backing up, and then hit his throat. Go for his throat.
Okay then.
So I'm rolling 7 dice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. No, I have different dice pool now. I have dexterity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2 from roll. Yes, because it's my lower plus 3 from a pure breed. -2. Yes, I have a better action now. Okay, you roll your attack and I roll my dodge first.
All right. Strength 4. Roll 3. Difficulty 5.
5. Together.
Yep. 7, 10, 6, 7, 9, 6, and a 2. I got 6 out of 7 successes. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 out of 7 successes.
Okay, I have to beat that. No, I will not. Wow, 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 wow. Difficulty 5, huh?
Yep.
What did he want to do?
He's gonna bite you on the. He's gonna bite you on the leg.
Then he has a greater difficulty.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I better re-roll that. Okay, so if he's going for the leg, then that's like what, a 6 or 7? 7, 6 then?
It depends. It depends. If he targets like hamstring, it's a +2 difficulty. If it just hits my leg, it's a +1 difficulty.
Okay, like this isn't an. He's not trying to cripple you. He's just trying to get that through the hint. He's just trying to get it into you that I'm the alpha.
The difference between the two, apart from the effect, is that he gains more bonus on the damage roll as well. Yeah. For instance, if he just hurts my thigh, my arm, he gains +1 difficulty, +1 damage on his bite roll. If he takes my a more weak spot, +2 difficulty, +2 damage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do I have to reroll my dodge as well?
Actually, yeah, that's right. I'm stupid. I forgot. Like this is like a duel to the death. Like he's trying. So I guess not going for your leg, more like going for your neck, because he is going. Like since he can't push in your place, his only option is to kill you.
Yes, that's a +2 difficulty.
Okay, so
you gain +2 damage.
Okay, so like I had like I think 6 successes out of. Wait, I'll re-roll it just to be.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it just. Sorry, it's difficulty 7.
Yeah, difficulty 7. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Do I have to roll for dodge again?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a 1. Okay, there's 1. There's a 10. There's a 6. There's a 2. There's a 5. There's a 1. There's a 2. He only got 1 success out of that.
If he has a 10 and a 1, the 1 removes 10.
No, it does. Okay, so then he's got no successes on that.
Yes, except if he's has a specialty.
He does. He's a regular. It's fair to say he's a normal alpha wolf.
Okay.
So he probably doesn't have any specialties. So yeah, this guy.
Do I have to? So I make my second action.
Go for it.
I remove 1 die and I target his throat because I played for him that I was trying to hit his leg. Difficulty.
Okay. Okay. If you're going for his throat, that puts you at like what, a 6 or 7.
It normally is 7, but I made a successful manipulation roll.
So then that would probably like lower it down to like say a 5 then.
I have -1 because I have my merit on natural weapon.
All right.
I think 5 for the throat is a good difficulty.
Go
Normally
for it.
7, -1 for maneuver, and -1 for my throat, my natural weapons.
Okay, go for it then. 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have precision on my specialty.
Mm-hmm.
5 successes. I keep the 4, 1 from the bite, 2 for the throat, something else, and 4 for my strength, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You go, you go, you go, you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
I think it's fair to say the old alpha's dead.
He doesn't soak, does he? He is crippled to the. Maybe he has lower health levels because he's a wolf.
Um,
Mortal wolf.
maybe not. And like he's okay.
But
I think-
usually more than 3 successes on a neck or head might kill.
Yeah. If you get that many successes on his neck, I have a hard time believing, like, even if I tried rolling for a damage soak, that he could survive it.
Yep.
Because like a throat wound anywhere, it's just that's like if you do not attend to that quickly, it's pretty much fatal.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So the alpha is dead. I howl my victory to the pack. I declare myself the alpha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I take all the socials, make everyone smell my butt, and accept me.
Mm-hmm.
How many wolves are we?
It's probably like an average size pack, so like that's like what, 6 or 7?
Okay, 7 farts. One for each of them.
Oh my god.
Now you have my smell. Now you belong to me.
Fucking this is giving butthead shit.
Yep. And I do all this. I jump over them, and then I do this. Here's the wolf. Here I am.
Mhm.
And leaving my smell all over every one of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so you guys take off with the kill, go back to the den.
Okay, we are feeding the cubs.
Yeah.
If we still have litter to care for.
Mm-hmm. And
The aunties that stay behind to protect the cubs.
mm-hmm. All right, so it's dusk comes in. It's starting to get dark. Good time for the pack to go to sleep.
Yep. Though we have sentinels looking around,
Yeah.
howling to the moon,
Mhm.
in order to show that we are protecting this area. This is ours. This is our territory. Probably hearing wolves from surrounding packs.
Neighboring
Or,
packs. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Culls the Herd or goes to sleep, and he enters in another dream, and he's he's back at that bonfire, and he's facing Griffin again.
I'm looking again. This beast, this mysterious beast, that torments my mind and my soul. What? I have a soul. This is the first time I discovered that.
Griffin but this time it's different. Griffin stares down at you, but you can tell like there's that he's giving you. I don't know how to put it. Like he sort of looks at you in a way that he sort of has that he has admiration. Like he looks at you in a way that communicates that he admires your deeds today.
I have no empathy. I have no expression. I don't know what that means. I just act by instinct, so that he's looking upon me with a prey-like gaze, but not quite to eat me.
Yeah. Griffin starts walking away from the fire. He beckons you to follow him.
I feel like I'm drawn to this creature,
Yeah.
like a mighty force pulling me towards it.
Yep.
Okay. I walking cautiously, looking around. What's happening?
You follow Griffin to what looks to you like a wolf den, but there's something different about this den. This doesn't look like your den.
How does it smell? Does it smell of foreign, of stranger packs or stranger
It,
wolves?
it smells like it. It smells like wolves, but these wolves, you can tell they're different. These are not like wolves you've come across. They smell very different, and you can see like these wolves. Even though they look like wolves, they don't stand on 4 legs. They stand on 2 legs.
What?
Legs.
This is the first time I see this. What kind of monsters are these? Or demons of the forest?
And you don't just see like wolves stand on 2 legs. You see wolves that stand on 4 legs, but they're big, like bigger than any wolf you've ever seen.
Are they something like the old wolves of the forest?
No, these are, like I said, these are like these are wolves that are like they're the size of like moose. Like they are like these are Garu in what was it called? Hispo form. Yeah, you're seeing Garu in Krenos and Hispo.
I feel somehow amazed and somehow tormented about these images, along with this beast, this magical beast
Yeah.
that beckons me to its side.
Griffin walks into the center of the cairn. The Garu gather around him. You can tell that they deferred that among these wolves he's their alpha. He's the one they follow.
I'm the smallest wolf around, so I am Omega once more. I feel like Omega, something like that. Like I fell from grace.
Yeah.
Putting my uh, tail once more between my legs, lowering my head, trying to show obedience, if that kind of attitude might save me from their horrible talons and terrible jaws.
As you show deference to Griffin, you start to notice a change comes over you. Your body starts to get bigger.
Oh, this creature gives me strength,
Yeah.
gives me power. I will kill greater prey. I will kill the bear that torments the area, the territory.
Your calls his body then doesn't just get bigger, it starts to reshape, and this kind of hurts. Like it hurts a lot.
I'm still dreaming.
Yeah.
So,
And then all of a sudden you start to notice that
gritting my teeth, close my eyes, feeling the itch on my skin and burning through my lungs.
Yeah.
I cough blood.
and then the pain
pop out from my skull.
The pain, the pain stop. Then the pain starts to begins to stop, and then you find that you're standing on two legs. Your front paws, they're more like human hands, and you can move your claws like fingers. I mean, you don't know what these are,
Carve ground and
but now you
grab
but you can
soil
do,
and stone, smashing
right?
it through my fingers,
Yeah, you can
admiring
do,
the strength that the spirit gave me.
yeah.
And I howl I'm raising my head upwards and lifting my hands, screaming and howling and praising this entity that gave me the strength of the standing wolves.
Yeah. All right. Griffin looks at you one more time and is it fair to say now you've kind of got now that you've kind of got like empathy and expression again? No, what you don't. Oh, whoops. You don't have empathy or expression, but yeah. Trying to figure out a good way. Like, what's a good way to like communicate that you've got Garu in you?
With primal urge,
Okay, so yeah.
I can communicate with primal urge with beasts and Garoon, wolves, and other kind of things.
All right, so okay. So Griffin.
Animal can for other beasts.
All right. No, you don't have. I'm looking at your sheet. You don't have anything in animal can.
No, I don't.
So yeah, all you've got really is primal urge, which is like.
Yes, primal urge with wolves and werewolves and.
Would primal urge also like work with Griffin?
Griffin actually is a spirit very powerful and can speak with his children.
Okay, so
it can understand our language, but actually, in Krynos, I can also speak a few words of the Garu tongue.
all right. Okay, so it's a lot easier for you to communicate to him then. Okay, so
if I hear once this language, I can actually say something, respond instinctively.
Yeah. All right. Griffin looks at you, roars, and what he roars is Garu. Yeah. Well, that's what you hear it as. He roars at you, and you hear it as Garu. You don't know what that means, but it feels familiar to you.
Ancestral memories come through my mind, through my veins, my blood, telling me that I am not ordinary wolf, that I understand the word he tells me. It means the people, the nation. And I even understand which glyph of this word is capital and which is a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
And I can actually depict somehow the meaning of this pronunciation. Though it's not like the wolf normal, it's like it belongs to the form I am.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, Griffin says in something else. He says, "Red Talon."
I see my talons are not red, or are they? Do they drip with blood?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all the other Garu around you, like they've all got like that shock of blood red fur on them.
I'm looking at my fur. It's actually red because of my pure breeding. It has red markings.
Not red like say the feet, like the Fianna. That's more like this is
a shock red, like crimson deep, like blood.
Yeah, because Fiona, they're more like ginger werewolves. Like me.
Ginger wolf.
Like me.
Yep.
But yeah. And he says one more thing to you. Ragabash.
Actually, he may say something else. Wait a minute to find it.
New moon then?
No. I think it's the gazing moon.
Oh, okay. That's what's called gazing moon.
Yeah, I think this is the name of the Red Talons give to their.
But
To the
when new moon is like when there's no moon visible at all, so no moonlight visible. So wouldn't it be more like no moon?
Wait a minute.
Because when I'm thinking gazing moon, I'm thinking more like full moon.
Oh, the full moon, I think, is. Wait a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. If I could find. First kill, the first kill. Orders, load. Camps. Totems, triad. Okay, here we are. Yep, I'm the invisible moon. Yeah.
Okay, so invisible moon.
Yep. I am lowering my head, falling on my fore, tail still on my between my legs, but I'm just like kneeling because this is mostly the something I feel it's more related to this form. My ears down, my eyes though open, not closed, like being ready for to blow away against an invisible enemy or something, or to respond to challenge.
Mm-hmm. Griffin says a couple more things.
Yep.
Wild, good. Worm, weaver, evil.
I don't fully realize the concept of what I hear. But I realized the difference in the tone, but nothing else. What is this riddle? I just hear in my ears. Oh, the worm does make me my heart burn with anger.
Mm-hmm. All right, and Garu kill worm.
And the worm shall be slain.
Garu kill weaver.
Weaver shall be slain.
Mm-hmm. And then the life in the fires dim. Everything goes dark. The dream comes to an end.
I wake up. Where am I? Who I am?
You
I still walk on two legs.
you find out that now you find yourself in Kronos, and you find yourself that you basically walked out of your den in your sleep. You can feel. This isn't like the dream now. Now you can actually feel the power of the Galru burning through your body.
Blood? Did I kill anything? Do I have?
Yeah, you have a yeah. You got the I don't think. No, I don't think so. Like you just found your. Like I said, you just kind of find yourself all alone, and like you're looking up in the sky. You can't see the moon, but you know it's there.
Okay, I don't see the moon, but I know it's there. So my rage is pumping up.
Yeah, you're. Like I said, you have. Like I said, you can feel the power of the power and strength of the Garu coursing through your body. You can
I'm
everything
trying
a lot
to. I'm going to.
everything through your eyes. Like you've like do like wolves see like the world in black and white? Like I mean literally. Like I don't know. Like I know like everyone says like dogs that don't have like they can't see in as many colors as humans can. Is that I can't remember if that's how if wolves see like they have better eyesight than dogs do. Like I think they do, but I don't know. Is it better than dogs, but not as good as humans?
Okay, but still clouds my
No, no,
vision.
no. I mean, like I'm talking like out of game because I'm not really sure. Like, because if wolves don't see in as many colors as humans do, then I'm imagining that when you get the when a Lupus Gyaru has his first change, like the world is a lot. He sees the world in more color.
Though everything around me looks aggressive and
Do wolves see in color?
I react wild and ready to kill something instead of reacting to it socially. So I want to test that new strength to a greater prey.
I just looked it up. Turns out, yeah, wolves have like 3 color sensitive receptor. No, wait, wolves have 2 color receptors. They don't. They can see in color, but not as much as humans can. So, but yeah. So I had a good idea there. Yeah. Now yeah, like you got sights where everything is a lot more brighter and a lot more colorful. But like you are seeing, yeah. But yeah, not just that, but yeah, everything seems a lot more aggressive too.
Trying to find out what is this weaver and the worm the griffin told me. And I'm searching through the forest for that mysterious prey.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what it is, but you have to find it, and
Hunt it and it will appear.
yeah. And now things get now luckily or unluckily, depending on how you want to put this, you come across a 2-leg.
A two-leg.
You come across a human.
What
So
is this leg thing?
it's a let's see. It's a night. Here, let's assume you're in you're in a national park. It's like a night ranger, but you know,
This two-leg thing, I think, answers the questions I have in my soul.
he's get yeah he's all yeah this night ranger's holding like a he he's got a flashlight on him, something that a stick that makes light to you.
I'm trying to lower myself in order to hide, instinctively taking my wolf form.
Right? Now he sees you and he's like, this guy is struck with delirium.
I have a greater senses, even in Krynos, I can see because I'm a Ragabash. I have this stealthy approach.
yeah.
Even I might stalk in Krynos, but when I because I have a great vision, I have twice the raids of a hobbit.
Okay, so you can
I can actually see him.
so basically you can see him. It's as clear as day to you. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I can instinctively take a form that it's better for hiding,
Yeah.
and I will approach him from behind.
Yeah. Like,
And
you
in the
can
right
smell on
moment,
you can smell on the 2-leg that he's got some kind of scent on him that just feels wrong to you. you're wondering, like, is this like the worm and weaver that the Griffin told me about?
He doesn't smell like nature, so I think it's both the weaver and the worm. So I will kill them both in one action. Yes. So I approach, and the right moment, I charge.
So are you gonna go out of Lupus and into Krenos?
I don't know how to shapeshift.
Oh. Okay, so you just so are we assuming you're still in Krenos
I
then?
do my lupus because it's instinctive, because I want to hide, but maybe through anger, if I get aggressive enough, I will be able to.
Okay, yeah, this is actually a good way this is a good way to actually get the first change going. You attack the ranger and he instinctively tries to defend himself. Ranger pulls out his sidearm. He shoots at the ground to scare you off. He pulls the gun, makes a bang, loud noise. Something.
That irritates me, and don't we roll for initiative or something like that?
Yes, roll. Yeah.
I should roll for stealth first in order to see how well I approach, in order to attack. Ambush. I'm a Ragabash.
Yeah, going for ambush. He tries to jump you, but
Yes, because I'm invisible. Actually, I'm trying to stay invisible.
Yeah, true.
I'm not Aru, I'm not Galliard, I'm not Philodox. I don't try to approach different approaches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let me think. So you basically just try to sneak up on him.
Yes.
Yep. Sneak up on him while his back is turned.
Well, yes.
Yep. And well, considering you're sneaking up on him, you've obviously got the stealth advantage, so I don't think there's even a point to rolling for initiative since he doesn't even see you coming.
Yes. Difficulty, his perceptions and alertness.
Okay, we'll assume he's experienced, so maybe he's got a 3 in perception and maybe a 3 in alertness.
That makes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with specialty if my specialty applies in stealth. But I don't think I am that good at stealth yet, so just 8 successes.
Right. So you basically you catch him off guard, and you just start hard biting into him.
Yes, I think that hamstring might be good.
Yeah.
It works so far.
Go for his leg.
It's from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 on brawl. I think that's enough. Difficulty normally would be 7 or 8 minus.
There's definitely get a minus because you got at the stealth advantage, right?
Yep. Difficulty.
Okay, so under normal circumstances, that would be what you'd be going. That'd be a 7. So
Yes.
With the stealth advantage, that would drop it 3 points?
No, 1.
Okay, so it's down to a 6 then.
6 minus 1 because I have natural weapon.
So it's now more a 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm precise. Plus 4, 9 successes.
All right, so you've basically crippled him. I mean, now he's so now that
I actually have 8 plus 4 strength, plus 1 from my bite, plus 1 or 2, depend 1, let's say 1 for damage for a specific target. It's he doesn't
Okay,
have.
so
Like I actually ripped his leg. I twist completely his leg, and he fell down. Probably
okay,
break.
yeah, fair to say you've still got your jaws on his leg, and he's trying to kick you off. So to defend himself, he
Blood. It actually is appalling to my senses. He ate something bad.
okay,
He,
so he's
he does not. Is this the worm? I taste on his blood.
Mhm. Ranger's still freaked out, so to try and get you to back off him, he pulls out his sidearm, fires it up in the air, just to hoping that the noise will scare you off.
I can roll initiative for that in order to when I see movement because he doesn't have it in his hand on his hands. He's trying to
He's
catch
trying to
it.
reach for it. He's trying to reach
He
for it.
also has is more man. Actually, I brought enough success to kill him to insta kill him. He, I might actually take him from his back and rip his jaw, his head. He doesn't really. He didn't really realize what happened.
Okay, so he's basically at your mercy now.
He is already dead, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he actually, with the successes I brought, I actually killed him. But the issue is that because he got shocked from the damage and his heart might stop beating.
Okay. Like I said, you can still taste that. You can still taste the worm on his blood, and
Yes, he has a very bad
rages and like
something that from what he ate, and this clothes, this thing on his belt or his waist that smells like sulfur, bad and dirty metal or something.
just everything about him enrages you, and the rage is just pumping through you, and this is where you start to change. You can feel your body feels like it's just starting to get bigger and bigger.
Yep.
And then
yes.
And then it starts to reform, like your bone structure completely reshapes, your muscles reshape. You're not standing on 4 legs, you're now starting to stand on 2.
I'm searching for more 2 legs of the area.
And you can feel like this primal rage just flowing through your body, and you feel powerful, you feel stronger than you've ever felt before.
I assume I still have a willpower of 3, and my rage, I'm a Ragabash, so I still keep my wits about me.
Yeah. But
one.
This is like the first time, though, you just feel, like I said, you feel stronger than you've ever had before, and you just howl at the moon.
Oh, I don't just howl at the moon, I howl, Griffin, Red Talons. I'm not Red Talon yet. This is the irony. I call them, though, to hunt with me. To hunt with me, the Weaver and the Worm.
Right.
Upon the corpse of a 2-legged creature of these entities.
Yeah. You don't know why, but now you feel compelled to just rip his head off.
And my talons may not be red, but my jaws are.
Yeah. Like this. Yeah. You take one of your hands and you just rip his head off. You don't know. You feel like you want to collect this head, but you don't want the flesh on it. You just peel off this.
I actually rip apart all his like the predator, his head with his spine.
Yes, yeah, like that, yeah. And you just, I mean, you obviously don't have the ability to bleach his skull, so you're just gonna have to, like I said, you've got the spine attached to it. It still looks like a
He actually
decapitated
ate
head with the spine attached to it. So you're
his
just gonna have
back.
to peel it off. You're gonna have to peel his flesh off with your
No,
claws.
I don't know how to do that. I actually take his back with my claws. I rip it apart, and then I take the remaining spine and head and take them up.
Yeah,
Simple thing.
you don't know, yeah, and you don't know why, but for some reason this feels like yeah, I should have this, something to prove I killed this.
Okay, I'm happy.
Like this. And you decide to go back to your den. And now that you've
But I don't want my kin to eat this foul thing. It's unhealthy.
yeah. Now, can you explain that a little bit more? Not really sure I get it.
I don't want this my kin to eat this foul thing. It's unhealthy.
Oh
It's,
yeah, so hmm, what to do with it? Are you gonna? You can't. You don't know. We obviously can't burn it because you don't know what fire. You don't know how to make fire.
I don't know what it is this. I think that the spirits know how to do it.
Yeah, but you haven't met the spirits yet, though. Like you're.
I know nothing about these creatures. I just know that they listen to me because I have my gnosis activated,
Mhm.
and I actually feel the forest alive around me, like whispering to me. But I don't know what it says.
That thing,
But
human.
I mark the blood of the two leg on the trees to show that like a claw mark, still dripping with blood,
Mhm.
making a slash on the tree to show my passing and piss on it on its
So
roots.
basically, leaving it as a warning. That's what I'm
That,
taking it to mean as like you're leaving a warning behind.
yeah, and I am leaving my mark there to say I am here.
Mhm. So you're gonna take your newly acquired your first trophy back to your den then.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Now the only question is like you haven't figured out how to shape.
I don't know how to sleep shift yet. I just know that when I want to calm down, I take my normal four-legged form.
So now that your rage is sort of like it's
And
subsided. Like
when I am getting angry, I take my two-leg form.
so your rage is satisfied for now. So now you're going in lupus. So you carry off the head and spine in your jaw.
Yep. And I play happily around.
You arrive back at your den. Your pack is shocked by what they see, and they want to get they want to get a closer look at your trophy, and you just bark and say, "This is mine."
I actually growl at them.
Yeah. Okay, growl. That's
This,
better.
this is mine. I killed it. But I can share the joy of the kill.
Yeah.
I tease them. You know, I growl at them. I make them feel like terrified. But then I tease them in order to hunt me, like a psychological play.
All right.
Then I growl them again. Then I run again with grab it. I leave it on the ground, growl. Then I grab it again and I run. And I'm trying to find which, if we have a female around, which one is the best for me.
All right. Uh. Okay. Decide to go to sleep again. You've had a
Happy.
You've had a bit of a night. The morning comes, and you catch the scent of a wolf on the wind, but it's not a wolf from your pack.
Might it be one of the non-wolf wolves? Someone like me.
Yeah. You leave your den, and you come across another wolf. He's got a shock of blood red fur on his mane, just like you. No way, wolves don't have manes. On his back of his neck, like this.
Yes. I'm checking him. I'm asking subconsciously what Griffin told me, what the spirit said. Crew, Red Talon.
The other Red Talon, he makes a growl, says that you understand as yes.
I approach him with cautiously, trying to make actions that of recognition, smelling.
Uh,
The older than me, is he younger? Male, female?
He's slightly older than you, but he's got the scent of Garou on him.
Okay. Is he pure? Purebred?
He is purebred. He is lupus through and through.
I'm purebred too. I think he can smell it on me.
Yes, he can. He growls in you, says, in a way that he growls, and how you understand this is, I heard your howl.
I killed a worm creature.
You kill.
I beckoned my Talon
You
brothers.
killed a two-leg. Did you take a trophy?
I took his skull and spine, ripped it apart from the rest of his corpse.
You can smell that I'm not like your pack, can't you?
A stranger, yet I feel a kinship I cannot explain.
You and I, we are brothers. We are brothers of Griffin.
Brother, hunt with me.
Yeah. Brother will come hunt with more red talons.
Where the brothers are. Where is the great beast with the claws of a talon user and the head of a spearhead of a predator of the skies?
That is Griffin. The other red talons, they live far away from here. If you want to hunt with us, it will mean leaving behind your old pack.
They will remain without alpha male. They must be protected.
Did you kill the old alpha?
What?
Did you kill the old alpha?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to. So I guess that means you're just gonna have to leave it to your beta.
The beta is my mother, actually.
All right. So we'll start this over again. So if you are going to hunt with the Red Talons, you will have to leave behind your old pack. But we will make sure they are looked after and cared for.
Will I be able to take care of them?
They will stay here. They get where we but you can come back to them from sometimes.
I'm curious about what the Talons have to show me. So I follow my brother like I have been always been drawn to such a destiny. Like when I was following the griffin, feeling weight pulling me there.
Mm-hmm. You and the other Red Talon take off into the deeper parts of the forest.
I love you, my alpha female to be, but I have to go to my destiny.
You're like Bilbo, you're like Bilbo and the Hobbit. I'm going on an adventure.
Like Sam and this bartender girl. I love you, but I have to go to my destiny. Yay.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's a good spot to leave off for now. We can pick this up another day. So
Yep.
yeah. All right. Thank you all for showing up, and we'll be back. And we'll be back with more of our Chronicle.
I hope you changed a bit the opinion you had for the Talons. They are good deep down in their hearts. It's just that they don't show it that often.